Peace, peace. Good afternoon, family. As promised, I am back again today. I actually did a video this morning right after I dropped my son off, and yeah, it just did not save. I don't know what happened, but I didn't question it. I went back in the house, and it was a couple of things that I realized that I normally have on me when I'm speaking that I didn't. So I picked those things up and I used the bathroom. I said, well, let's head to another part. And this is the best decision I've made, y'all, because I love being out here. There's water on like 3 sides, and right now the tide is high, so the water is coming up all on the sidewalks and stuff. And I am in the middle of the grass getting this good sunlight on these locks. Oh, speaking of which, I just hit my year mark, y'all, which I think we coming right along, right? We coming right along. My barber is out of town, so that just kind of is what it is. But locks coming right along. I'm loving them, you know. I ain't gonna lie. Loving the new lock journey. I was supposed to keep y'all posted, but I wore a head wrap most of the first year anyway, because I was really in a protect my energy type of mode. So that's what it is. Anyway, I wanted to say really quickly, I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all are amazing. And why do I say that? Because I could be gone for 6 days, 6 months, I don't know, a year, and I have a couple of key people who will still show up. They will watch my video and, you know, give feedback in the comments, and I do appreciate that. You know, I appreciate it because I'm not always consistent, which is something that I am striving toward. You know, it's funny, I'm a Cancer sun, right? And they say, my understanding, or should I say my newfound understanding, because I didn't always have this, but like when it comes to your sun sign, you know, to really reach that peak optimal potential, you reach for the opposite, because it's not an individual thing, it's an axis of energy. And one of the things that you have to say about Capricorn energy as Cancer's opposite is that it is a definitely structured, disciplined, consistent type of energy. So that's something that I have been working to integrate into my energy a little more. That's a tidbit for anyone. So it doesn't matter what your sign is, find what the opposite sign on your axis is, which I'm sure most of you all probably know it. And on that opposite sign, if you can balance out the two energies, you can reach that optimal energy of what it is that you bring through your sun sign. Little tidbit there. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in, y'all. I am, you know, this is going to be a day-by-day journey for me. So I wanted to come out and get in the sun. I think a lot of times, look, and the butterfly just flew through here like with a vengeance, but a lot of times we get bogged down with life. And one of the things that I have been really dedicated to is spending more time in nature so that I can get the information that comes from the trees and the grass and the sun and off of the water. Because when you talk about nature, especially water, right? I love the water as a water sign. I love to swim. I love to go to the beach. I actually get in the ocean. But one thing about the water is we got to understand is that all the water that is here on Earth has always been here. No one adds water. They don't take, you know. And so with the tides being higher because we have ice glaciers and things like that melting, you know, I was listening, and I think this was Professor Melanie. I don't know if you all check out the Spirit Doula, but she's amazing, Professor Melanie. And one of the things that I think it was her who talked about is that, you know, by water holding memory, a large part of this awakening that we're going through is because of the glaciers that are melting now and the waterways are overflowing, and that information is where we can access it. So I always like to get out in nature because I feel like even if you have a disagreeable energy working with you, I always say give it back to nature. Nature knows what to do with it. Nature knows how to transmute it. I can remember it's been times before I understood what grounding was. I can remember a couple of key times in my life before I had any idea what grounding was. and something, I would go through something, or I would be in contact. Well, hindsight tells me that I was in contact with an energy that it was just way too heavy for me to handle. I am an empath, and it took me some time to learn that. But one of the things that happened to me twice before I knew anything about grounding is my feet would tingle, and I would say, I feel like I need to put my feet on the ground. I feel like real dramatic, like it's as dramatic as what. I gotta put my feet on the ground. I gotta put my feet on the ground. And I didn't know what that was about, but I would follow it. One time in particular, the very first time it happened, it was a friend of mine's birthday. And she's a Gemini. I have a Gemini moon. She's a Gemini, and we were at this outdoor little taco space that a lot of people go to. It's like, and you can sit outdoor or whatever. You go walk up to the window. And we were sitting there, we were having this really intense conversation. I can't remember what it was about, but knowing her and I, we might have been talking about aliens or anything. Who knows? The energies, angels, and if you have any Gemini people in your life, the conversation can get expansive, right? And we were having like this really deep conversation, and it was a bird. Look, y'all, I am really connected to birds, and I didn't know it until I had to stop and think back, even all the way from childhood, but I'll go there in a minute. It was a bird that just came out of nowhere and flew right over my shoulder, and it snapped us out of the conversation. And when we looked up, everybody in this outside cafe was looking at us with their mouth wide open. So to this day, we both always say, shit, we don't know what the hell they saw. Was we levitating? What the hell happened? Because like the whole outside, now we're in a relatively busy spot in the city, and if anyone is here, y'all know I'm in DC, so if anyone is here, then you'll know that like spots like that in the city, like it's a lot going on. So to have the whole little outdoor cafe staring at us, and we were completely oblivious until the bird flew. And when the bird flew through, immediately I said, ooh, that joint came through, like, pay attention. And when we looked around, it was like all these people, and they were just staring at us. And I remember saying, I need to put my feet on the ground. Oh my goodness, I need to, and I think we might have came down here. It was her, and her husband, who I believe at the time, I don't know that they were married at the time. I think they were still engaged, but and so we came on down to the water, and I was able to put my feet on the ground. But anyway, I always say that to say that energy, when it's too much, nature knows what to do with it. You know what I mean? And so it's imperative that we use it. And also, it's so much information. We know that the sun gives life, and if we are always indoors, how do we get that life energy? You know what I mean? That sustaining energy. How do we pull that information from the sun that wants to be channeled through us? I've gotten to the point now, like, I used to be a person who wouldn't come outside until it's dark. I'm a night owl by nature. And in the summertime, I would be like, I see y'all after dark. But now I guess so. I am just really dialed into being out in the sun, being out in nature in the daytime, getting this good life force energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in the dark all the time. I don't know what that was about, but I can definitely say I'm in a different space. Anyway, so I just wanted to check in with y'all, have a quick conversation, show y'all what I'm doing, which I'm on a blanket. You know what I mean? I got my chair set up right here, but it's really only holding my bag and stuff. And I just thought I would come out here and get some of this good energy. So I suggest that you all do the same. Go get you some of that good energy. Go get out Get out, put your feet on the ground, hug a tree, take in the fresh air, you know what I'm saying? If you can get in the water, get in the water. I'm not getting in the Potomac, that's dead. That is not happening. I got the Potomac on this side and the Anacostia on that side, and then we ain't getting in either one of them. But you know, if you can get in the water and get you some of that good information and allow it to cleanse you. We take in so much that we don't understand. So, you know, don't shy away from nature, baby. We need it. And honestly, it needs us. This is a co-creatorship. Don't ever forget that. All right, y'all. That's all I got. I ain't gonna wrap y'all up. Until next time, peace. Thanks for tuning in. I am Isla Moon. Peace.